All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And his guys will take over. At their own 44-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
McKinnon, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Play action. Now Garoppolo. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's the rookie from the U, Mark Walton. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! Green, 39!
Now Walton. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a carry for Walton. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On second down, here's Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Desmond King picks it. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Rosen to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Walton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Reuben Foster coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That one taken in by the former Bruin, Jordan Lastly. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's got some space here. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, come on. One, Omaha. 4 down. Check. 4 down. I got you.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Garoppolo. On the left side, Garcon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third and long, it's Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out now come the Cardinals. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. Always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep this confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
Truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Now, check. Patriot, Patriot.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Leopard, Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On second down, Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go.
And now it's Rosen looking. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot, Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mark Walton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rosen will throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rosen steps away to his left. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Rosen on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, fighting his way through contact. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they're going to lose him. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
He finds Lashley complete over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The son Reddick coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
20.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action here with Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Third and long here for Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Kindici in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 11,
11. 180. 180. 21, 21. 13, 13. 6, 6.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
120, 180.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
65.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
21. I got you. White. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun.
Garoppolo wiggles free. It's caught by Garcon. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Walton. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover for us, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. To the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, trusted confidant is on the sidelines. I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Gold is able to put it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Green 35.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Space to run past the 20. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Kelly with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And San Francisco gets set to go here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here again is McKinnon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And look at this. It's a fake. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They run again with Logan, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This one complete to Gresham. Oh, he sheds himself free. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead. Here in the final minute. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Gone! Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Now a desperate. He's got a man. Complete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
21.
They'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught left side, Garcon. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw is Garoppolo. It fights him off, escaping the pressure right. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game.
You wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
6, 2, 2.
Garoppolo to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Niners on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run once more with McKinnon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through, and Union Street will be hopping tonight.